Then okay. I'm going live. Okay, it says I'm live. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought I was live. Apparently I wasn't live. Okay. I'm going live. Hear me? Okay. Okay, it says I'm live. Stream. We have 6 people. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought... Let's refresh this. We are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought I was live. Apparently I wasn't live. Okay, so we have 5 people watching. I'm going live. This person says he can't hear me. Okay. What is going on here? Okay, it says I'm live. Stream. We have 6 people. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought... Let's refresh this. We are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought I was live. Apparently alright, we are live. Okay, so we have 5 people watching. I'm going live. This person says he can't hear me. Before I laugh too much. Okay. Alright, what is so now? Okay, it says I'm live. Stream. We have 6 people. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought... Let's refresh this. We are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought I was live. Alright, we are live. I guess we have 5 people watching. I'm going live. This person says he can't hear me. Before I laugh too much. Alright, so now... Okay, it says I'm live. Stream. We have 6 people. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought... Let's refresh this. We are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought I was live. Alright, we are live. I guess we have 5 people watching. I'm going live. This person says he can't hear me. Before I laugh too much. Alright, so now... Okay, it says I'm live. Stream. We have 6 people. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought... Let's refresh this. We are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought I was live. Alright, we are live. I guess we have 5 people watching. I'm going live. This person says he can't hear me. Before I laugh too much. Alright, so now... Okay, it says I'm live. Okay. So we have 6 people. Alright, we are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes and I thought... Let's refresh this. We are in. I was just talking for 5 minutes. Okay, so it's like a bit delayed. And I thought I was live. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I told you all bear with me. I can't hear it. Try to fix this up. Look at that. Now, okay, it says I'm live. Okay, so we have 6 people. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I told you all bear with me. I can't hear it. Try to fix this up. Look at that. Now, okay, it says I'm live. Streaming. Alright. Streaming. Okay, so I disappeared. Can you hear me now? Am I... Okay, so I disappeared. Can you hear me now? Am I... Okay, so I disappeared. Alright. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, so people saying there I go. Okay, it works. Let's see if I can hear myself. Okay. So how does this work? Okay, so people saying there I go. Okay, it works. Okay, perfect. Okay. Alright, we are good to go. Let's go, baby. Alright, so now... Okay, now it's also like boiling in here. Okay, I'm gonna just take the shirt off. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, we are back. And I'm shirtless. Alright, so now let's see the questions. I saw some questions from 9/11 Revisited, and like I was saying earlier, I was actually reading it out loud. Like I was reading it already for 5 minutes until people says they couldn't hear me. So I'll read this right now, and then I'll answer. Actually, where my thingy? I'll go to the live stream. How do I get the chat out? Okay, you guys are seeing the chat, but I want to see it too. Okay, I'm pulling the chat out here. And what am I seeing? Okay. So now you could see me seeing the screen. Okay, sweet. Alright, so here, okay, how does it work? Okay, I'm just looking at, okay, I'm going all in. So 9/11 Revisited says, seeing the 22nd anniversary of 9/11 is rolling out. Could you give us a bit of a breakdown of what you believed all the years? I just want to Actually, I want to minimize this thingy. All right. Anyways, can you give us a bit of a breakdown of what you believed all the years prior to trying to debunk the book Dr. Judy Wood wrote? And then he says, then what is your thoughts on the 9/11 quote truther movement that cannot seem to count past 3 and their fascination of just looking at their flawed own quote same thought peer review processes, and then also and lately this fascination with Trump coincidences. Thank you. All right. Let's get this thing out of the screen. I shouldn't have. Okay, so anyways, I'll answer those in a bit, but before that, I just want to go to this website here, peak.com/truth/MES-911, and I was also, I was actually in the middle of buying a Judy Wood book. Let's see if I go to the comments here. All right, okay, this person says, Zed says, nice face, sweet. All right, so I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna actually buy this live on the air. All right. And let's buy this. Wait 1 second. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna buy. So every 9/11 Okay. This person says we message each other on Instagram. Great journalist you are. Do you believe in God? Just curious. God bless you. All right. Sweet. I have my own philosophy on reality. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's go here. Let's go. Okay. Let's switch off the work account. Okay, yeah, it is pretty. Yeah, it is boiling in this room right now. Because I have to close all the doors. Well, there's no sound. Okay, let's go here. Quantity 2. I'm gonna buy. Yes, I'm buying the book right now on live. This Where the Towers Go, and I'll just move this off screen. So I'm just gonna buy this book right now. How do I like do things? This is why I haven't done live before, so just bear with me. All right. Password. What is my password? All right. Actually, while I do that, I'll go answer that question here. So someone asked here, yeah, so 9/11 Revisited, seeing the 22nd anniversary, says, what was I believing before I tried to debunk Judy Wood's book? Well, I wasn't really trying to debunk it. It was more like trying to debunk reality. So before that, I was, I was pro the mainstream narrative that, the usual Osama bin Laden, Muslims did everything, etc. And then my cousin actually was trying to tell me for years, for like 10 years or 5 years or something like that it was an inside job. But I actually, I didn't pay much attention to it because I was doing engineering at that time, UBC engineering. So I was doing civil engineering, and so I thought I was smart because I was, in university. And my cousin, he wasn't that bright at the time. So I ignored it, and I even told him off one time. Says, it's planes did it, the towers went down, etc. And then it wasn't actually until 2016 when I started to actually have some thinking brain cells for a bit. It wasn't even about 9/11. It was actually Trump. So out of all people in the world, Trump's the one that actually. This person says, Dan Plemick, I'm no fan of Judy Wood, but I'm a fan of this channel. Well, you're halfway there. Okay. So there's one says, wow, so much respect. Okay, been a sub for years. Sweet. You were like our community secret. Yeah, that is true. Anyways, okay, my train of thought is missing. Okay, so back to the thing is, so Trump was the one who actually woke me up in 2016. It wasn't really woke me up. Just that it was just that, so I was graduated already, but and did my master's as well. And then so I had a bunch of mainstream friends, and then when Trump was starting to run for office, somehow they just all in unison repeated every headline the mainstream news said, and I never paid attention to new politics or news or anything until that time, and I was wondering what in the world's going on here, and I just wanted to have a I just wanted to before make an opinion on Trump, because friends were always talking about it. I just wanted to just double check any claim that was being made. One of them was on immigration, etc. They were calling him where's my phone? Yeah, they're basically saying Trump is like the worst thing ever. He's racist. He's blocking all immigrants, etc. So I did some digging, and then I'm like, okay, well, his policies are pretty much the same as other presidents like Obama, etc. He just sounds more brash, etc. So that's why I was wondering, okay. So then I tried to say that, and then, yeah, so the weirdest thing is, so that was my first thought ever, actually, about it. Okay, let's see, if only... Okay, yeah, so anyways, back to my spiel, yeah, so yeah, I'm getting a bit all over the place with this live stream, so that's why I haven't done live stream before, but anyways, so just thinking, just questioning just the mainstream headlines of Trump got me thinking, and then gradually it was so I wasn't supporting Trump at that time even, but I was more about supporting, like, you know, just thinking, and that he isn't as bad as the news was saying. And my friends were still a bit shocked. They could not believe someone had an opinion opposite of the mainstream headline. And then, and then WikiLeaks dropped that Pizzagate stuff. Or basically the WikiLeaks emails of the John Podesta, right as Catch-22 says, you have the only living McCann theory video alive on YouTube. It's buried so well. Well, actually, YouTube deleted it, so it's not on YouTube. It's actually you'll have to go. Okay, here. Rebel with a cause. No, he's worse. Yeah, so who's just worse? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, he says things about Trump. I thought it was talking about me initially. He says, no fan of Judy Wood, a fan of his channel. Okay. Well, yeah. So Trump is pretty bad, but like I still think it's still similar to all the other presidents. All start wars. Well, even then, they're not really. They're just puppets eventually. At the end of the day, they're just puppets. They just follow whatever orders they're given. And they just play along like the reality TV show. And now we have a reality TV president. Kind of confirms the whole scripted cinematic universe we live in. But anyway, so then WikiLeaks dropped the Podesta emails. So I looked at them, and then it got me looking at James Alfanda's Instagram. And I was absolutely disgusted with the Instagram. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty bombshell stuff. And then all of a sudden, the Instagram, he made it private. All the mainstream news started attacking it. Yeah, all the mainstream news started calling out Pizzagate, etc. It's this debunked conspiracy theory. And also, I was on Wikipedia when they first had Pizzagate Wiki. So, like, so right when the news came out, I was on Wikipedia when they just had one sentence, and it just said Pizzagate's a debunked conspiracy theory. And I'm like, it hasn't even been in the news longer than like a day or something. I'm like, how is it already written up on this? Yeah, and then, so that kind of got me in the rabbit hole, and, kind of realizing that, then I had to make the videos because, actually, I think one of the main things was I started following the Reddit Pizzagate forum. It was pretty, it was pretty insightful. Like, I discovered a whole lot of stuff about every politician. They're all into sick, satanic stuff. Okay. No way, it is gone. Okay, so it says Catch-22. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, so it's not on. It's not there. But I made a list on Hive, a playlist. You can go to peak.com/. Let's put it in the chat. So peak.com/pg@mes-videos is a list, and still get some traction actually. It has all the links to everything on Pizzagate related. All the articles I wrote about them deleting the videos. I was actually like an hour or two away from my whole channel getting deleted, because they just started suddenly during COVID. They updated the policy to include things called event denying, and especially events that involve quote like loss of life or something like that, or something that leads to violence in real life. And because of that, they started flagging all the Pizzagate stuff, because here's the article I wrote on here. But anyway, so the links to all of them are here. I have links on BitChute. Well, DTube's kind of down, but 3Speak eventually, some of them, and Odyssey will have all of them. So Odyssey has all of them. So here's the full playlist here. BitChute has all of them, as well as Odyssey, and 3Speak is getting there. Okay, Rebel with a Cause. I'm on my last warning with YouTube. Yeah, so I was wondering, what were you posting exactly, Rebel with a paw? Because you also, I think you wrote me an email saying you were threatened and ambushed with a police squad. Okay. All right. So here's Rebel the Cause. Is there a video that got you, you can put in the link. Do links work in the chat or no? Okay, so I got 10 people watching. Unreal. Alright, actually, yeah, this is why I never did live stream. I'm still in the middle of buying two of these books. Let's buy these right now. Okay. But yeah, so I started the live stream because I'm starting to getting a whole bunch of comments, etc. From 9/11 and even the Trump stuff got me a whole bunch of people just emailing, constantly messaging. Okay, so Mike Wick's back. He's a long-time subscriber. I remember him, and he has the vortex circle there. Okay, where's my... Okay, that's the vid. I just want to get this... Gotta pull out the credit card now. Where is it? 1 second. Alright. And... Okay, wait, that's it. That's the video. Which video, Oh, so that's the videos. Yeah, that's the vid that you're talking about. The Pizzagate ones here. Yeah, the Pizzagate ones, I think the one that got me, yeah, this is the one that was first deleted for event denying. This right here, note that YouTube deleted part 32 for event denying. This one initially, Reddit actually banned me for self-promotion. But I'm back. Okay. We got people. Okay, so here's the, let's have a look at here. So, the restrictions on this, this video, this was flagged. So it says we believe in free speech, YouTube, but they had to flag my video because the video is denying that a well-documented violent event took place. So initially this says your video will be shown a warning message, and then all comments, sharing, thumbs ups, and suggested videos has been disabled. Your video is also ineligible for monetization. Then soon after, they just deleted everything. Oh, wow, okay. So 10 people in the room because we are goats. Yes, you are, baby. Okay, so Paul Loveless is in. 12 people watching. Unreal. Unreal. Okay, yeah, this is pretty epic stuff. Okay, so yes, if you aren't on Hive, get on Hive. It's probably the most, or it's the most censorship resistant platform in the world on the blockchain, and it's basically the text there will be there regardless of whatever the website does. So just to give you a quick overview of it. For example, this website peak.com, this is just a random website that uses Hive. For example, I could use another one, hive.blog. I just replaced it. Now I'm on that exact same article. So the text is stored. Yeah, Paul says, what's up? Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you? Okay, Catch22 says, salute to the comment gang. We protect math solutions at all costs. Don't share comments with simps that report. We bleed red over here, 100%, baby. How do I put 100 there? Okay, I'm just gonna put 100 here. Chat. Oh man, I'm like a straight up noob right now. Search emoji. There it is. Oh yes. Okay, so anyway, so here's the playlist on hive.blog. And if you replace this with, just again, any website that uses Hive, Ecency for example, you can access it. So basically, for example, if this website's censored or taken down, or it starts censoring, I'll just use another website. And so on. So you could basically use anything. You can even go leofinance.io or .com. I think it's .com now. Whoops. Let's go back here. Leo Finance. I'm gonna try one more. leofinance.com. Okay, so I guess I forgot what the website is called. But anyways, you get the idea. Okay, where's the... Okay, so I'm back to the buying of the book. 1 second. Alright, where's all my... I believe 1,000 windows opened. Okay, there it is. Just 1 second while I input some credit card information to buy this book. So yes, go here and buy the book. even the guy that says he doesn't like Judy Wood, just buy the book. It's at cost. So every year I buy like at least like multiple 9/11 books. I probably have bought in like 12 to 15 of them or something, and then just give them away to people. Let's see what I have here. Okay. So, 4. Yes, okay. Drago7878 says, what happened to free energy research? Yes, I'll be back on there. Just, yeah, a lot of other stuff going on. But also, the actual research itself, it's very intense. Well, because I didn't want to just go and try testing random devices. I wanted to actually research the science behind a lot of the electromagnetism stuff, because that is new to me. So like, I'm a math guy. Okay, Cincinnati Public Library has Dr. Wood's book. Sweet. But yeah, so the free energy research, that I will be back on there. I plan to make first a really big overview, mainstream overview of electromagnetism, just because that is one thing I didn't learn in university that much. So when I did look at claims of free energy, etc., a lot of it is just too technical for me at the moment. So I wanted to understand a lot of it before diving in. And part of it is a safety mechanism. And also present it online, so eventually put all my research online at the same time, so that anyone can go ahead and replicate whatever before I even attempt to do it, so that you guys deal with the ramifications. Okay, 1 second. So I plan to do the electromagnetism and also mechanical physics overview. Hopefully by this year, yeah, by this year. After 9/11, I'm gonna do another math video, and then that's when the real science goes on. So what happened to free energy research? Or he's commenting again. Yeah, I just said it. I'm working on it. It is in the works. So basically, every 9/11, I need to upload 9/11 because that's my motto in life. Can you disclose what kind of work you do? Are you a maths professor? No, I actually, well, just YouTube, but also the websites that generate revenue, AdSense revenue, but also was doing some cryptocurrency trading before. Was doing well before the bear market, but we will get back to that. So basically investing, and my goal is to make YouTube just full time. But yeah, so I'm not a math professor. I actually, I learned math in university. I taught myself math mainly because when I was in university, I realized nobody actually knows, like even when you go engineering and stuff, barely anyone actually knows the math behind what they're doing. They just plug in whatever the calculator says or whatever the formula is given to them, and no one knows how the formula was derived. And also even then, just basic calculus stuff, it's lost upon a lot more people than you would think. And yeah, so then I wanted to do the YouTube initially as a way for me to learn, but also keep remembering my things. Anyways, let's post this here. Invalid card number. Why is this numbers wrong? 1 second. I will be quiet for a bit. Let me just get focused. Pay this thing. Type the wrong number. 1614. Whoops. Card number 51. Okay, it's given me invalid card number. Okay, anyways, I'll buy this book later. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so I'll buy this one later. Let's get back to the comments. Marco Rodin's work. Yeah, I have a 10-hour video. Yeah, John Hutchison effect. Yeah, I know. I've covered a lot of this John Hutchison effect. I'm gonna eventually. I have posted some of the 9/11 stuff. It includes John Hutchison. But anyways, I'm gonna scroll back to the 9/11 revisited comments talking about like one of the first comments here, and I'll put it up here. I just want to have a way of, actually I think I know how to do this. Okay, I'm going to go dashboard. How do I see the thingy here? Content live. So we are live here. Okay. I'm getting a comment that you're not wearing a shirt in your live video. Well, it's just too hot to wear a shirt. And I also don't like wearing shirts. Anyways, feel more free. Okay, so now, where's the thingy? How do I see the customization? I just want to see the live chat without seeing the video itself. Analytics, no. Holy, we have 11 people watching at the moment. Customization, where's the stats? I have no idea how this thing works. Just show the stats. Okay, let's see the studio mode. No. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this sideways here. All right, so going back to the question right here. Seeing the 22nd anniversary of 9/11 is rolling out. Could you give us a bit of a breakdown? So before so I got into the Trump, and then basically just Trump kind of opened my eyes to how the whole world, not just like not just U.S., like the whole world just follows whatever the news, whatever is in the news, that's gonna be being talked about. And then and then they're all talking about one person, which is Trump. That was the first time I've witnessed where the news wasn't about an event, or like, for example, 9/11 is an event. This was the first time it was being talked about a single person, to Trump, and then I was like, all right. And then also, check the Social Blade here. Oh, not Social Blade, the Google Trends. Google Trends, and this is the Pizzagate ones here. Yeah, so the term fake news actually was created right at the same time, right after Pizzagate went viral, which is quite fascinating. So Trump, and I just want to see the search term. Okay, so Trump's stacking up on the views now. So 2004 to present. So here is Trump's peak was just before the election. Oh, it actually was during the election. It was quite fascinating. I had mainstream friends saying that because they were seeing all the news saying Trump had 0% chance. And I literally saw them melt in Facebook, like they were, they cannot believe that Trump won. I'm like, all right, let's see. Compared with COVID, how much? Okay, so there it is. So as COVID started, it wasn't even So even though the whole world's locked down, the search trends for Trump are still about halfway, and this is before lockdown, where everyone's forced to be on the computer and etc. These are just Google search trends. So if you look at this right here, so Trump is, if you adjust for inflation, aka lockdowns, etc., and people using more online devices, I would say Trump is equivalent to COVID in terms of search trends. Yeah, so like you put a line across here. Interesting if I could draw on it. But anyways, actually we'll do that right now. I will do some next level stuff. So we have it here. Where's that live comment here? Put it out here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, actually, my screen was a bit too low. Here's better. Okay, so now it's better. You can see my screen. Yeah, so basically, the Trump search trends were absolutely high. And where's my face in the way? Let me get this down here. Okay, and let's go to Snaggy. Here, paste it here. And now we're on Snaggy, and if I go to a line here, so this is a good way to put screenshots in. So yeah, so if you adjust for inflation, basically when lockdowns, when everyone's using computers, and over the years people get more and more online. Yeah, so Trump search trends it's literally this is COVID. This is the orange is COVID, and the blue is Trump. And now there's a big spike, and then all of a sudden he's down once he loses the fake election. All right, anyway, so back to the question at hand. So the question was, seeing this 22nd anniversary of 9/11's rolling out, could you give us a bit of breakdowns? Yeah, so again, I was still mainstream, but then I gradually, once Pizzagate, I learned about Pizzagate, I learned everyone's pretty much, every public figure is pretty much a pedo, or likely. A lot of them, the ones like being controlled. like Epstein and etc. And then Epstein just a small, he just plays a small role in all this. But he's a reflection of what's going on behind the scenes. So anyways, once I learned all that, and then I gradually started entertaining the idea that 9/11 was a quote inside job, but I still didn't. I just never looked at the demolition like. It just demolition. Something about it. I always knew it was not controlled demolition, like the mainstream control, like the explosives, because it's not easy to implode a ginormous building. We're talking biggest buildings. Yeah, one of the biggest buildings in the world at that time. Here's a sketch up here. I actually made a comparison here on SketchUp. You can have a look here. Let's see if it might blow up my computer. It's all 3D. Let's open this up. And I made a giant list of the tallest towers being controlled demolition versus. All right, yeah. So here is yeah, this is an epic model. I somehow. Well, I didn't make the individual ones. I just made this thingy, but I added all of them there. And there's building 7. There's 1, 2. So look how giant they are, and we're talking like giant. These are the warships, etc. There's a Titanic. Look at the Titanic height over on the right side. You guys can't see my screen. What I'll do is I'll make this smaller. How do I adjust this, man? Okay, I'm gonna make this and I'm gonna make it smaller. Okay, how do I do things? Okay, so this goes like no, I'm gonna make it like this, and I'm gonna make this wider. All right, this is some epic maneuvering right now. Yeah, let's leave it like that, and then I'll move this up. Whoops. How do I go up? How do I like just drag it? Okay, I'm just zooming out. So there's Titanic there, and there's the towers, and then basically, yeah, so the tallest demolition ones are going to be like, this one was the tallest one there, and then WTC7 is bigger than the tallest demolished ever. Is this one on the left side here. And then, so basically to explode all these with very little sound, well, actually, the sound is a big giveaway. If there's actually explosives, and it's not, first of all, it's not easy to install explosives on all this in secret without them going off either from the fire of the first or second impact, and also just cell phone frequencies interrupting with them. Anyways, but I'm a bit all over the place. So anyways, and then so when I was doing the Pizzagate ones, that's when I first realized that there's a lot of controlled opposition. Well, I just realized that there's a lot of fake news regarding Pizzagate, especially Madeleine McCann. A lot of them were saying Madeleine McCann is alive, or that Podesta abducted her. You can see that right here. Podesta abducted McCann, and when I was doing my Pizzagate research, I realized, yeah, these are all lies. And you can see, yeah, and this is actually the thing that kind of woke me up is the lookalikes right here. So these two people. So these people, if you can see my screen right here, these are actually not the Podestas. Well, no, they are. To me, they are the Podestas. But these are the SketchUps of the supposed suspects in this Madeleine McCann incidents, and then a lot of Pizzagate guys saying that Podestas abducted her. But that's the plot twist is no. I think these were just some sort of blackmail, that kind of like. Yeah, it's some sort of blackmail image that was kind of shown. They just picked them in this random suspect. Because I believe McCann died that night or a few nights before. And I actually came across that from Richard Hall's videos. I'm going to go to the Pizzagate stuff here. Yeah, so when I, let's see this thing. Where's Pizzagate? Yeah, so this is the first thing that yeah, this WikiLeaks Podesta looking like this. It looks absolutely ridiculous how it is, and we could see the comparison from the video notes. Oh man, I gotta update all the video notes. They messed up everything. Hide that blog. See what this looks like. Okay, I'm gonna have to update all these. Why does the coding look different? But anyways, where's the Podesta? Okay, there's Podesta. So there's these two people. And now if we go back to here, or yeah, this. Oh, why? Oh, I'm using pre-search. Okay, I'm just going to Google. So I use pre-search because it earns crypto, but it's so bad. Alright, so I use this. So here's the Podesta. Oh no, this is the mugshot of the supposed suspect. So obviously, just a fake. Well, they just picked. I think they just picked Podestas because they're creeps. And there's the Podestas. There's Podestas. There's this. They even have a mole right here. So the mole on his upright. This is top right face. The mole here is on the top left, but so they might have mirrored or just moved it around in the fake SketchUp. But anyways, so then I saw Richard Hall's videos. So yeah, initially I was just trying to find the connection between them. I'm like, are they the suspects, etc. But then I saw Richard Hall's videos on McCann, Rich Planet, and then I thought it was the best videos I've seen on that. So here's richplanet.net. So we go to the Rich Planet videos or documentary films. The documentary films, and then there's the McCann. There's Madame McCann, the Phantoms, etc. And yeah, it was pretty epic video there. And yeah, it's basically he argues that they were dead early on, and the whole thing is just a big giant psyop, which I agree with. And then after that, I started watching all of his videos. So I literally went from beginning of time on his videos and started watching all of his videos. So I started watching all of his videos, 20 years British ufology, etc. And then I got to the 9/11 stuff he was showing. And he showed a picture of Judy Wood's book, the front and back. And and right away I knew that, okay, this is it. This is, I'm like, towers turn to dust. I just knew, I'm like, this. Initially I couldn't believe the front and back. So then, let's go back to the 9/11 one here. So once I did the 9/11 one, yeah, so there's the front and back. So when I saw the front and back, just images of it, I'm like, all right, this is what happened. But so then my debunking, so now we're back to the actual question at hand. It took me all this time, and I'm finally answering the question. The question is, well, the debunking was, all right, where's the, how do I go all the way back? Not top chat, I want to go live chat. Okay. Did the comments disappear or something? All right, might have been disappear. Okay, it looks like the comments are all gone. Well, but anyway, so then my debunking was literally just trying to validate if these are real images. I wanted to see if these are real images, because if they're real, that means, all right, all of reality needs to be rewritten. And they were indeed real, and the first article I wrote was right here. So this is part 1. Okay, this is Judy Wood. So I wrote this article on Hive. It was initially with Steam it, but I wrote the most feared person in the world, Dr. Judy Wood. It's pretty epic stuff there. Anyways, and yeah, so that's what got me into 9/11. But then I did spend a week trying to validate if all the images were real, because I cannot believe that that is what happened. And then once I realized it's real, I posted on Twitter. Math easy. Let's see what it was. Irrefutable, I think. Search it up. Let's see what I wrote. Okay, then I wrote this one. June 22nd, 2017. I wrote, what happened on 9/11 is irrefutable. The towers turn to dust. So this is not a collapse. This is not a demolition. This is not a explosive anything. There's no thermite. This is just a bunch of dust. This is not smoke. And then here's an image here of what's remained. So these are one of the world's largest buildings ever constructed, and this rubble, this line right here is what's remains. That's what remains. See that? You need to see how the live stream looks. Okay, so that's good. The live stream looks good on this. How do I like move things? All right. So there's the image. So that's what remains on the 9/11. These are real images. There's firefighters walking on almost ground level. How do you walk on ground level almost here? And also, this is WTC was actually built in the water. They had to actually go and put some fill inside there, so it naturally would have been all water. So if they just destroyed this bottom part and broke what was called the bathtub, this whole thing would have been flooded. All of Manhattan would have been flooded. And if it was quote explosives, the entire Manhattan would have heard it. Explosives are not quiet. And anyone nearby, all the firefighters, would have likely been deaf or have hearing problems for the rest of their life. It's and also there's nothing splattering around. Like all these buildings on the side would have been completely destroyed. Like completely like rapid fire, machine gun fire on them. but that's not actually what happens. For example, this one here is perfectly clean, and now you get big holes in these buildings. What in the world's going on there? All right, and this is perfectly clean. Number that is let's see where it was. But anyways, a building like somewhere maybe over there, and I may have let's see what else I had more. Okay, there's I think I had more. All right, but anyways, let me just retweet this old time. Okay, like. Undo and retweet. Alright, try to get that viral. Alright, so answer that question. And the other thing about the Trump fascination stuff. So yeah, so Trump, like I was saying, I'm fascinated because I think he's, in terms of psychological, like getting everyone focused on one thing. So the term psychological operation, it's literally a psychological, like it's talking about the psyche of people. And the operation is, well, directing all of my views, yeah, directing all of humanity, focusing on a certain thing they want to focus on. It's kind of like a magic trick. And this time, I think it's Trump. So focus all the effort on Trump, hence the term Trump derangement syndrome. You have the mainstream melting down on it. And then mainstream alt media, like the Alex Jones and the, who else on the disinfo side. Basically, yeah, like QAnon, all that stuff. It's easier for them to promote Trump because the mainstream news is just so bad. All right, here, like a rebel with a cause with a numerology. So W, 23rd letter, M, 13th letter, epic stuff here. Rich Planet, seriously good. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this a bit bigger. It's hard to see this thingy. 1 second. All right, Back to the Future showed, yeah, Back to the Future showed 9/11, and that's starting in 1982. And also Back to the Future, I believe it's about Trump as well. Trump should be the, can you share a curated playlist for Peaked? So you want me to share the playlist? Which playlist do you want? Here's a PG one, here's Pizzagate ones. I'm gonna have to go all through the notes. I started doing late ones, but I need to update the notes. They kind of messed up on the... this person says the first responders did hear the explosions. Yeah, they heard explosions, not explosives. Because we're talking the largest buildings ever. If you're nearby, quote, explosives... oh, this person's got some... yeah, so anyways, go back to the explosives. The first responders, there would have been death if they heard real explosives. Like that close by. So what I mean is they heard explosions, yeah, because there's things being just like all over the place, getting crushed, and possibly some things could have been exploded. For example, the oxygen tanks were reported to be exploding, and again, that's likely some energy effect as well. So we can even go here. Let's go to 9/11 stuff here just to illustrate what I mean by this. So you have to, again, when you say responders reported explosives, I'm saying everyone in Manhattan would have heard it. There wouldn't be a debate whether, oh, there's a witness that heard explosion. No, yeah, I'm saying the entire city would have heard the explosion. There wouldn't be like a fake conspiracy video saying, oh, these first responders went in there and heard something. There was also first responders that survived the buildings falling on them because they didn't fall on them. They just turned to dust above them. The stairwell B, for example. The stairwell B survivors. So in other words, these people were survived with nothing falling on them or getting heated. There were explosives. There were explosions before planes hit. All right. Well, again, I think what struck wasn't even conventional planes. I think it was something else struck it with possible holographic tech to make it look like bigger. But I do think something physical hit. Let's go here. Stairwell B survivors. Let's go to the wiki. Okay, this person here, counting down December 3rd. Yes, Rebel with the cause. I'm actually going to read that out here. Well, let's go to here. Actually, before that, this person right here commented on Telegram, on my Telegram. So here's another thing you should check out. meslinks.telegram. How do I go here? Oh man. Okay, let's see this thingy. View discussion. Oh, there it is. How's my face look here? I can move this here. Man, I think I need a faster computer. My computer's a bit too slow. So anyways, MESlinks.telegram. So now we're on there. Yeah, before we get to the other stuff. So this was an interesting thing this Nick M posted on Telegram. He says that the Maui fires, they had, so Maui's top emergency officials were on a different island. I'm just going to click this out, open it. Were on a different island for disaster training as flames flared and did not join response call until 5 hours after the fires began. So this is similar to other PSYOPs. Maui's a PSYOP by definition because 9/11. But anyways, it's similar to all the other, quote, terrorist attacks like the 7/11, 9/11, or was it 7/11? Yeah, 7/7, I mean. They usually have these training exercises being at the same time as the PSYOPs. For example, 7/7 training exercise at same time. Let's see what that shows up. Coincidences of bomb exercises. Okay, and also 9/11 had war games as well, being at the same time. Okay, so this is coincidence. See here what this says. We're gonna scroll here. Yeah, okay, I don't know why it's delayed the live stream. Okay, this person says the rest 9 years, 9 months, like it's 99 days. Anyway, so we're back here. So it's the 7/7, I think it was the London Tube ones, bombings, etc. They also had, on the morning of July 7th, they've been conducting crisis exercises whose attack scenarios uncannily mirrored those of the actual attack. Oh, man. Okay, anyways. Sorry for the laughing. Just a bit too... there should be a 9/11 as well here. Okay, here the background to these startling claims has to be appreciated. The idea that simulations and scenarios were used as decoys for intelligence agency activity around 9/11 has gained some currency among those who decry the official events, etc. Yeah, so there was well, this person says okay. But anyways, yeah, so there was drills, 9/11 drills as well. Let's go. Let's just have a look here. And so Associated Press, yeah, right here, reported a simulated attack scheduled for September 11th, and now they removed that article. Okay, so why would they remove it? I'm going to copy this link. The article reports a spokesperson for the intelligence agency running the simulation, the ultra-secretive, etc. Incredible coincidence. So they deleted this one. If I click this. Okay, so Boston comes. They removed this article. I'm going to go to web.archive and see what I find out here. All right, and let's see here. Okay. Anyways, I don't know how much longer I could do the live stream. Might do like another 10-15 minutes or something. And actually, I'll keep answering some more questions. Let's go here. Just want to see what this article says. All right. Oh yeah. Anyways, it's back to the Trump fascination things. I think Trump's being set up to be another quote error again. It's got to be something. Like I'm gonna go all the way back to that's 2017. No. Yeah. So this person says 9/11 revisited. They were planning exercises for September 12th. FEMA, etc. arrived September 10th. Epic stuff there. Like I just want to get this article. I hate how they remove stuff. That's why Hive is it's pretty epic, because you can't remove anything on Hive. Okay, so there's agency planned exercise on December 11th built around a plane crashing into a building. Oh man, how does Osama keep getting away with this? Alright, Washington, in what the government describes as a bizarre coincidence, one intelligence agency was planning an exercise last September. I'm going to actually live post this on MES link. So a lot of stuff, if you haven't been on Telegram, I post a lot of stuff there. Just because it's easy, it's all on the web app. So, in what the government describes as a bizarre coincidence, one U.S. intelligence agency was planning an exercise last September in which an errant aircraft would crash into one of its buildings. But the cause wasn't terrorism, it was to be a simulated attack. Oh my goodness. Alright, anyways. That's a bit ridiculous. Actually, I'm gonna post this. Okay, I'm gonna share this one here. Forward. MES links. Alright. So I'm posting live on MES links. And let's post this one here. Alright. Alright, just post it there. Alright. We are good to go. Oh yeah, so now we have the same thing with the Maui one. So there's they were doing disaster training at the same time as it's occurring. So that's a bit alright, going back here. Actually, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Pizzagate stuff here. Like I was talking before I jumped to a different train of thought, as I always do. Alright, going back to what got my channel pretty much deleted. Almost, well, I mean my YouTube Pizzagate videos almost deleted. So when this post went viral here, yeah, so this one right here, I tweeted, what happens when people learn politicians are pedo blackmail, I wrote Reddit bans are Pizzagate, and then I say this blatant false flag gunman, and then I kind of, I think that's what got me, oh, I think that's what, basically all Pizzagate stuff got deleted, and also Pizzagate getting banned on Reddit, that was the first time I experienced, well, the first time I noticed the censorship was pretty ridiculous, and that was when, this was before, it's before I made videos, and that's what actually made me have to make videos, because, well, if it's getting censored, well, I'm going to have to do something about it. Alright. Yeah, so there's that shooting. Okay, this person says, MES, how do you get involved in this? You're, okay, okay, Joe says, Petrie says, put a shirt on. I was wearing it earlier, but it was too hot. I'll try to put it on here. MES, I'll put it on for a bit. it got too hot, I'd take it off. Okay, so I'm wearing a shirt now. Okay, so scientific minded. Well, I made the math stuff. Yeah, it's like I said it before. So the math easy solutions is actually a code word for Matthew easy solutions. So my name is Matthew. So I wanted to do basically what was interesting to me, and initially, yeah, math was the starting point. I think it's probably the best way of learning logic, and let's try to get this thing there. Which way is it? Where's the camera's better? All right. Okay, so JS says, "Hey man." All right, and yeah. So anyway, so I got it. So this is just a ramification of, well, if you're a scientific person. What is science? Is it just looking at things that ultimately don't? Yeah, is it just looking at numbers and graphs of specific things? What about reality? What about let's say things that? Okay, watch a couple of your videos, and cheers for posting all the Lathwaite lectures. Yeah, Lathwaite was Eric Lathwaite, the gyroscope stuff kind of that kind of threw my life off probably more than 9/11. Yeah, so anyways, back to the scientific stuff. Well, this stuff is scientific. Like 9/11 is evidence of free energy tech. So basically, which scientifically shows that all the gas, like when you go put gas in your car, it's all useless. Can you see my comment? I can see it, baby. Okay, I can see it. Alright, yeah. Is the comments like, are they delayed or not? I don't know how delayed they are, because I just said, right when I read it, I said it. But anyway, so science I think just people view scientists as different. So the way the mainstream propaganda has worked so far is that they label anything conspiracy related as stupid, as anti-science. If you're anti the COVID lockdowns, mandates, masks, vax, you're anti-science. Okay, whatever that means. So it's basically a mind control term to keep people from the status quo, because the conspiracy is very real, very, very real. It's and you don't even need to look at things like such as Pizzagate or 9/11 to realize that. It's kind of like the fact that everybody just works 9 to 5 all their life for a number. For a number that says you can go and buy food or you can obtain food. And actually, yeah, so someone was asking the playlists on Peaked. Well, I have another similar one. Blockchain Here is a good playlist I recommend. Do you want to elaborate on the gyroscopes? Yeah, I'll show you some experiments soon. Okay, here's another thing here I wanted to show. This is so if you watch if you haven't learned about blockchain or even about money, I plan on doing a part 3, which is basically it's the mechanism of world control. If you understand blockchain, it's basically it's blockchain is just it's just money, but like internet tied to the internet, and in a way that kind of explains what money is. If you understand blockchain, you actually understand what money is, and money is a pretty epic mechanism for world control there. So I highly recommend watching these two videos, Big Picture Part 1 and 2. It's not that technical. The other ones were a bit technical. Initially, I was on Steam before it got taken over, and then Hive took over. But anyway, so back to the gyroscopes. Here's some. I made a playlist actually about gyroscopes, gyro or experiments. That's the anti-gravity. So here's an anti-gravity one. This was involved in my gyroscope setup, and here's the experiments one, where I discovered that gyros rise on their own. And also, there's a guy saying, yeah, if I forgot Rebel Without a Cause, you were saying, if I know about Marco Rodin. Yeah, I know about Marco. I kind of have mixed thoughts. I think he might be a weird disinfo agent. Well, no, it's kind of like a new age thing. He's Baha'i, because I think the Baha'i faith might be probably in the top 3 list of world religions that's going to happen. Okay, so anyways, so back to the gyroscopes. So the gyroscopes, actually, it came about with my free energy research. Just go to MES. I have a bunch of playlists here, free energy playlist. Okay, so here's the playlist here. So when I was doing the free energy one, initially, because a lot of this stuff, the reason it's been a while since I went back on the free energy stuff. It's a lot of it because I had to learn about nuclear physics, etc., atomic physics. A lot of this is beyond what I've learned before at university. University, I did civil engineering and mining, and a master's in mining. So that was so here's the yeah. So basically, those were more static. Like, I'll give you an example of statics. This was mainly kind of like bridges, statics, truss, bridge. Forces. So basically seeing the forces in things that don't move is what I focused on. So like the forces involved in the bridge, for example. So a truss here, how do you design it? How do you make sure any specific member doesn't have much forces? Oh, this one says comments are delayed 60 seconds, it seems. I thought I turned those off. Okay, that's interesting. I'll figure that out next time. Watching says, are you autistic, MES? I am. Okay, says autistic. I don't know, maybe. I think we all are in some ways. No, I think I'm fine. But just curious is more. So anyway, so this is kind of what I was doing. And so I never learned electromagnetism that much beyond just basics. And so that's when, so back to the gyroscope. So then I was working on part 4 of the of the free energy series, and that was going to be on. There was this theory of everything by. Theory of everything. What is his name? Kind of posted it on. Actually, I did it right here. I mean, let's go to the anti-gravity one. Okay, click the anti-gravity. There's anti-gravity playlist. I'll go to the playlist. I'm going to close a bunch of tabs for my computer blows up. And there's some thermite disinfo I was looking at. Okay, it's anti-gravity, and I'm just going to close everything here. Why this epic stuff? Okay. Okay, so stream is running in real time for me here in South Africa, no delay. Yeah, it's pretty epic there. Well, that's because you guys usually, for South Africa, I heard they have really good internet until until a 2-hour siren goes off, and then they have to be out of power for 2 hours. So yeah, if you haven't learned about that, I kind of learned out like a month or two ago. So South Africa has rolling blackouts. I'll put that here, rolling blackouts, South Africa. This is probably one of the most surreal things I've heard, and they've had it for a while. All right, and here is some stuff there. So go and look at that. Anyways, going back to the anti-gravity, let's go to part 1 to show you how I got into the gyroscopes. It was absolutely mind-boggling. So the gyroscope stuff, it kind of seems pretty basic, but if you look at it closely, you realize there's no mainstream science that doesn't know how to actually explain gyroscopes. They first of all, they describe it wrong, and every thing that you see on Wikipedia, for example, or every university in the world, they don't even describe what it does, the stuff that it can do. So they just usually... But anyways, going back to the theory of everything. Theory of everything. Okay, which thought was a theory of everything? Where is it? So yes, John Duffield's theory of everything, basically saying like light is just a perturbation or just a disturbance in a medium. And I was gonna do a video on that because I thought it was pretty interesting. John Duffield, just go to it. Duffield, where is it? It's not showing here. I'll just go Google it. So this one, yeah. So I have the book. And I went over it. I thought it was pretty epic. And then when I was going in through that book, he says that what are magnets even? Yeah, I think everything is magnets. So the question is, what are magnets? Kind of asking what are reality. Okay, it says rolling blackouts for the last 15 years, up to 12 hours a day. Sometimes we're averaging about 4 a day this month. 4 hours a day. Oh, that's pretty epic. So John Duffield, this is the pretty interesting book. So I have this one here. Explains theory of everything. His theory is pretty interesting. So when I was going through it, and I was going to do a video on it, and then in part of it he mentioned gyroscopes. Also about the free energy, if you ever think about doing free energy one, replicate Bruce De Palma's End Machine. And if you do, let me know, because I think that's going to be one of the first ones I look to replicate. Going back to, yeah, so the theory of everything. So he says that, for example, a gyroscope, if you spin it, it becomes like rigid. It becomes hard to move. And one thing, a good example of that is a power ball. Power balls. Play this. Oh, he says the chat's delayed compared to the stream. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, Powerball gyroscope world record. Just to give you an example of John Duffield's theory and also just gyroscopes in general. When you spin them, they just become like, they want to stay spinning in that direction. So if you have this thing in here, actually this is just an example here, Powerball gyroscopes here. Human powered device. Have the sound off. Okay, well, I don't know what these guys. But anyways, you just if you spin this one, this is just an example of just spinning things become very rigid. And now going back to the gyroscopes, and then I came across So then I wanted to know what were gyroscopes, because in that book, John Duffield's book, he just states when you spin something, like for example here, spinning everything's when you spin it, it has a thing called momentum. Let's go rotational momentum. Let's go to wiki. Yeah, first comment disappeared. Yeah, I think it only shows up a certain amount of comments. Okay, this person says hi, easy, high flux. Yeah, I've seen a lot of your numerology flux, pretty epic stuff. Yeah, related to Dullard. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Dullard stuff too. He's he speaks one of the fastest speaker I've ever seen. It's hard to keep up. Okay. So angular momentum, yeah. So basically, if you spin something, it doesn't want to fall down, doesn't want to move anywhere. And now, let's go back here. Okay, yeah, so an example, well, that's just conservation. Let's go to gyroscope. So if you go to gyroscope Wikipedia, so when I searched it first, yeah, so when I looked at, when I looked at angular momentum, so angular momentum is the thing I wanted to learn from John Duffield's thing, because he just mentioned, he didn't explain it. He just says angular momentum, when you spin things, you have momentum, like force. So I looked at it. It's a linear analog of linear momentum, important physical quantity, etc. Okay, so I haven't explained what it is. And conservation of angular momentum is also, so there is no actual explanation. It just says it's a thing that has momentum, that has force, and it's conserved. There's no angular momentum. All right. So anyways, so it doesn't explain it. Let's see gyroscopes. Yeah. So anyways, angular momentum is a thing that has is rotational analog of linear momentum, and this is just product of mass times velocity, and it has a bunch of force according to that. But anyways, going back to the thing. So when I was looking around what gyroscopes were, how they worked, Well, yeah, I knew about gyroscope, but I didn't know. But I wanted to, like, you know, learn more about it for that video. And then I came across Eric Laithwaite's lifting a 40-pound wheel with one hand with very little effort, and I'm like, all right, this is literally anti-gravity. I can't believe I didn't see this before in my life. Okay, and then we could watch that video actually. Let's go to part 2. Let's go on YouTube here. All right, so I'm gonna watch it right now. So this is going back to the science stuff. So 9/11 got me to gyroscopes. Let me put this on my head. Can you guys hear the thing?
With a spinning wheel.
Can you hear the...
A rather large wheel, 13 inches diameter, mounted in a ball bearing on a shaft 3 feet long. I'm going to hold it like this and swing it in a circle and lift it with one hand.
Is it too fast?
Only when it's spinning. First of all, let me weigh it to show you just how heavy it is.
Okay, just to give you an example.
As I talk, you'll see that lifting it is quite an effort. It weighs about 40 pounds, and I can't lift it any higher than that without a lot of strain.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so you'll lift it, and then if you ever seen that viral one by Veritasium, he literally covers it up. Oh yeah, just so you see that, actually, it'd be good to live stream to do this.
A lot of strain.
Okay, so he's doing that. Notice how he's lifting it.
Okay. Higher than that.
He's lifting with 2 hands, and he has trouble, and he's an old guy lifting it. And apparently he's also done like a 50-pound or 60-pound as well. So anyways, he's lifting
it. You'll see that lifting it is quite an effort. It weighs about 40 pounds, and I can't lift it any higher than that.
Okay, so now we'll go, at the same time, I'll show you the Veritasium cover-up. Veritasium gyroscope. Oh, Just Pride, so honored to see a live stream. Unreal. We have 17 people watching. Yeah, he was very badly treated by his so-called peers in the UK. Yeah, that's because he was right. It's not just badly treated. This is 9/11 big. Gyroscopes are as big, I think, in some ways bigger because it's how simple it is. Okay, so here's that liar.
Here at the University of Sydney, where the mechanical engineering shop has built this incredible piece of apparatus for me. It is a 40-pound.
So there's the Veritasium with 33 million views with absolute lying to people's face. Anyways, I'm going to fast forward. So notice what he does.
RPM. And then I'm going to attempt just that. Hold it from one end and have it out horizontally.
Okay, so now look at what because he was trying to disprove that gyroscope one. Yeah, I made it fast, sorry. I have this double speed there thingy. It's a cool extension. You can move around. If you see this number, I can move it with a button. All right. So there's a Veritasium.
What you'll see is that the shaft remains horizontal. You can see it going around there. It almost looks as though the wheel is weightless.
Okay, I'm just gonna make this here. So see how this looks like here. Yeah, this is live stream. Yeah, I'm trying to still get used to this, how this works. Let me make this here bigger. All right. We're good to go. Make this maybe smaller. Whoops. Okay. And we're back. Well, let's just make it. All right. All right. See things. But yes, again, it's my first live stream, so bear with me. I will be better next time if I do it again. Let me know if I should do it again. Okay, so now we have this.
How does this work? Well, instead of pulling a wheel down to pulling a wheel,
wait,
I'm gonna let go with my left hand as though the wheel is.
Wait, going back here. Initially, he says that he couldn't pick it up with 2 hands.
And
sideways.
at this end, it is.
Yeah. So you notice how he's trying to lift it. He's trying to debunk Eric Laithwaite. Look what he's doing.
It is.
He's trying to
virtually.
hold it like that. He's saying it's impossible to hold it like that. And if you look at this guy, he's holding it like this.
You'll see that lifting it is quite an effort. It weighs about 40 pounds, and I can't lift it any higher than that.
Okay.
Without a lot of strain.
So this guy can't lift it like that. And then he starts, once you spin it, and then it processes. Let's go back here. He spins it up. Helicopter blades behind. Okay, yeah. Anyways, you are doing good. Yeah, so there's the thing about the gyros. The 90 degrees setup is it's not 100% accurate. It just redirects it. Is a more accurate one in that direction depending on the speed and the torque. It's not always 90 degrees. If you do it very little, if the spin is very, very high, it's not going to go 90 degrees. It's going to go barely any degrees of movement. But yeah, 90 degrees is just a rule of thumb.
And the minute I shall let go with my left hand, and holding this remote end of the shaft only, I shall lift the wheel through 5 feet, all on its own, with no effort on my part.
Yeah, so this old guy lifts this with very little ease.
All I do is apparently just to steer it along a path that it's already decided it would like to go.
Okay. Yeah, so just steer it. Basically, force processing, it kind of wants to go up. So the 90 degrees, if you're forcing it this way, it's going to want to go vertical. And then the cover-up happens. Well, this is one cover-up. If you go here...
Like I was not putting in the amount of force.
And then you have this guy, this is like the Stephen Jones of gyroscope covering up. So yeah, I cannot believe that they actually cover up gyroscopes. But anyways, this guy here...
That you think to 91 to 91 kilograms. What do you think?
Explain, yeah.
You can make a prediction by clicking on one of the on-screen annotations, or if you're on mobile, you can click a link in the description.
Oh, this is one, see the weight on it. Again, live conversations. What is this? Okay, it says, yes, definitely should do this again. Yeah, okay, there's the anti-gravity wheel explained.
Standing on the scale. Deviation.
Wheel as light as a feather.
And there's him.
This is not...
He's trying to debunk Eric Lathwaite here. Let's see what he says. So initially, if you do the weight's not going to change much here. Well, basically, there's nothing to tell. It's just things going up and down. So
as you can see, during the lift, the scale oscillates around 91 kilograms, the same as it read when I was stationary. So it seems the apparatus doesn't get heavier or lighter when it is lifted while spinning.
Okay, but the weight's moving. But also he's lying, because if things are moving, the weight's gonna have to change. Similar if you're jumping. And I actually before I even get to that, let's go to my giant anti-gravity part 6 video. This is when I came across MES duality. Basically my my entire view on life. Let's go to the let's see ESNC. It's a bit too slow right now. Let's get the PDF notes maybe. Let's see what loads up faster. Okay, going back here. Anyway, so he just says the weights doesn't change. That's what he's arguing, and he says that Eric Lathwaite was lying that it felt lighter, even though he couldn't lift it, or like barely lift it vertical. Insisted you do more live streams. Okay. Yeah, possible. Okay, so look at Eric Lathwaite here. I mean, not Eric Lathwaite, Veritasium.
But in order to understand why the wheel feels so light, we first have to consider why it feels heavy when
Yeah, notice how he's lifting it. He's saying
it's not spinning.
So two-handed, that's as far down the shaft as you can hold it?
Yep. Holding the shaft horizontally, you click...
But why are you holding it like that? Going back here, he's not holding it like that. He's holding it vertically. Okay? It's vertically. He's trying to cover up the idea that it's actually easier to lift now. It's because the gyroscope, when you push it one way, it wants to push upwards. Okay, it seems like it's almost weightless, but with wobble, plan to spin it. Well, so here's the thing. So as the things rise, it needs to have a force pushing it up to rise. So in other words, it is, and that force will lower the weight that's being felt. So in other words, there is weight loss, and if you wanna get completely airborne, have zero weight loss, Eric Lathwaite did the experiment on that. Right here, I'll just show you. It's super simple too. So experiments will go all the way to part 20. Yeah, right here. Force precession causes inertial lift. Another way, where's the weight loss? Yeah, my entire review on live. Yeah, yeah. Gyroscope kind of ruined it because initially, if 9/11 made me think, okay, free energy, it's gonna be like advanced, super complex stuff, and then I realized nobody knows gyroscopes. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to like redo all of physics. It's gonna take me forever.
The first thing we were trying to find out was how we could lift a 50-pound wheel with one hand. So we set out to try to reproduce this as a hands-off experiment.
Okay, so here's, notice what he does here.
And we almost reproduced the effects we had with the big wheel, and we could get lift.
Okay, so notice he's pushing it this way, he's pushing it horizontally, and it rises completely up, and I have it slow motion now. So here, look at the rise completely in the air. So now there's nothing holding it. This is a great experiment. It's world changing if you think about it. Anyways, it goes up. All right, so it rises up. This is the whole thing. Like a lot of people try to make gyroscope inertial propulsion devices. It's because this phenomenon, which is it can literally go. So you can have a force going one way, move it opposite the other way without a reaction. So notice the force thing So the force diagram would be opposite of what you would expect. There's nothing pushing it upwards besides this gyro. The gyro itself is pushing it upwards. This person says, I've never seen this. What's the link? This is what I mean by science, baby. Here's the link there. I think that's it. Or did I say, oh, did I copy the right one? Why is it doing that? Why is that extra thingy there? I don't want to put that. Okay, I'm gonna put the link. So here's a pro tip: whenever you see this question mark, you can delete it. Usually for tracking purposes. Anyways, yeah, usually websites put it for tracking. Okay, so now we have this, and it rises up, and so that's one thing that's pretty epic. But the other thing is gyroscopes just by themselves are pretty much anti-gravity, even by the mainstream setup here. So I'll have a look here, going back to experiments. Actually, no, that was a playlist. That's why it was like that. Okay, never mind. So that was putting it as a playlist with this setup here. And this is an experiment that I actually uncovered. I cannot believe I uncovered it. It was pretty ridiculous. But gyroscopes can rise on their own. You don't need to be actually pushing it. And the reason why a lot of people, when they do weight, when they try to measure the weight of gyroscopes and they don't actually rise, or they don't change, because it depends on the rate. If for example, here's moving really fast up, you're going to see a big weight loss. For example, this one's fully airborne, that's 100% weight loss. But if you go very slowly, you're not going to see it because it's just a tiny bit of force. And so here's an experiment that's nobody knows about. So here's the gyroscope. I put tape here, just increase friction. So one thing I realized is there's more friction, the gyroscope wants to rise upwards. So that stopping torque wants to make it rise for some reason. Speed up here. Alright, science, baby! Alright, there it is. Added small weight to prevent casing rotation. Yeah, I just made it so because someone says, hey, the rotation thingies. Anyways, you're 70 degrees. So you'll never see this because usually people see the gyroscopes, they just stop where they're at. So here, and let's play it. Let's see this. So what do you think is going to happen? I'll just fast forward. I'll make it, notice here, my thingy here. I'm moving it super fast forward. Here's normal speed. Just fast forward. As it loses speed, it just goes up for some reason. Okay, that's one thing. Yeah, so that's pretty epic. So then it rises fully up. So this one you're not going to see it anywhere. And if you go to and it just falls down because it's losing speed. But anyways, gyroscope. Wiki. So if you go to wiki, and let's see how the gyroscopes they explain it. Blah blah blah. Usually the gyroscopes they just have it locked up there. And they don't demonstrate what I showed. So if you go to per session, so this is why nobody understands gyroscopes, because I usually just use it for specific purposes such as this in like planes or whatnot, where it stays stationary. So when you spin it, stays stationary as the plane's moving around. You can see the north or whatever, or the tilt. If you're tilting, you can see how much the plane tilted. Anyways, and also you could use it to see the Earth is round. Sorry, I just have to say that because flat Earth is another psyop. Anyways, go to per session. I love playing them as a kid. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I wish I had played them before because that's one thing I'm very curious about. So here's the gyroscope. So notice here, if you go to per session on Wikipedia, it just has it rotating like that. Yeah, but I just showed you it actually goes up. I just showed you it goes up. So now you're like, okay, you go to Wikipedia, it goes like this. You go to any university in the world or any textbook, they don't show that, what I just showed. So it rises up. So that's kind of what I mean by my worldview kind of ruined. And now if I tell people gyroscopes are anti-gravity, they just laugh at me. Alright. Okay. Okay, now it's getting a bit hot right now. I want to take the shirt off again. Alright, so then going back here, so I'm gonna call it quits in 8 minutes exactly. I'm gonna do a timer right here. So if you go to our website here, timer MES, so search it up. You get here. This is our website, mes.fm. So put a timer here, use it. I'm gonna put 7 minutes, actually 2:30 exactly. I'm gonna call it quits. Cause I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna go for a run. And maybe some kickboxing. So 6 minutes, I'm gonna call it quits, guys. And it should be on the browser tab here. Show it on the browser. Show on browser. If you click here, it shows on the browser. So there's if you see the browser there's a time there. So 6 minutes. And let's see what else we can get through in 6 minutes. Oh yeah, so another part of the gyroscope ones Okay, so there's also a couple more experiments. One of them is, so it processes without, so here's another thing about the, actually, did I close that? Yeah, so this one right here, this is also misleading in two ways. First of all, gyroscopes can rise on their own. The other thing is, it's assuming infinite friction, or just assuming friction at the bottom there. See that, actually I'm scrolling up here. So see this mouse, see this right here. Okay, yeah, I don't know why the screen is delayed. Okay, so we got some round earthers posting there. Alright. Alright. Okay, so now, why does it do that? Okay, yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, I know it's delayed a bit. So anyway, so see this bottom part right there? So this is misleading. It should be able to rise on its own. So this is Wikipedia explaining precession of a gyroscope. This is just a zero friction scenario on the axis, but friction at the base. The base is not moving. That's false thingy there. This is well, not false. It's just that this is misleading. It's not always like that, and you can see this by going back to here. Here's the gyroscope on ice. Process upwards on ice. So here I made one vertical. Actually, we'll get this one rising and upwards. So here, if you remove this friction, see this right here? That has friction. That's why the base is not moving. So if I have this gyroscope right here, if I fast forward it, this is fast forward. I'm going 16x speed up. And this is what Eric Latham was trying to say. And okay. So see, now it's not moving the base, even though it's zero friction. But the center mass is literally near the axis there. So center mass is away from the thing. Yet the base is not moving away. So the mass has shifted, the center of mass has shifted to the base here somehow. Somehow the spinning has moved it across here. Let's speed it up. And then it rises on its own. And you'll see what I mean once the thing slows down. Alright, okay, now it's risen completely somehow. Alright. Alright. And it's gonna keep doing this. And then once it slows down, you'll see what I mean by the misleading Wikipedia article on the base. Because the base shouldn't be stationary. You'll see this as it loses speed. Okay, I'm going super fast, 16x speed. Okay, now it's slowing down. It's falling, but notice the base is going to start moving. The center mass is moving back away from the base. Somehow it moved from the center of the axis to the base, now it's moving back. Notice, yeah, so, can you see that? It's moving around. Okay. Paul Lovell says, take your shirt off. You're built well. Number 2, it's your live stream. You can do what you want. That is true. That is true. But, I gotta listen to the fans, though. Go. Been a while. Actually, well, it's temperature's pretty fine right now. I'll keep it off for now. Actually, yeah. Well, actually, I'll take it off. All right, we're going in. It's just too hot right now. All right. Been a follower, live free or die. Been a follower since P-Gate's days, Pizzagate days. Lived your videos. Loved it. People can say what they want about Trump, but always be grateful for him saving us from Hitler. At Matthews. Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. I believe it's a psyop. Like, so they make both sides, depending on where you're looking at, seem like the worst person in the world. Like Hillary is just another puppet. And at the end of the day, the whole world's still lockdowns. Trump's going to lock down. Hillary's going to do lockdowns. They're going to force max, increase inflation. So nothing changes is the idea. While people are forcing to talk about things that don't ultimately matter, such as well, voting for actually Electric Universe for the win. Yeah, pretty much. Well, electric. Well, when people say Electric Universe, well, the idea is what is electricity, and it's like, all right, universe for the win. Ice skating. Okay, so back here. Back to the gyroscope here. But yeah, I agree in a sense that they kind of make the Hillary side, the Democrat side, more of the like the Hegelian dialectic is such that they'll make them the really pro like tyranny, like pro socialist, fascist etc. But then they blame it on the right wing, but then at the same time they're doing that as well. Yeah. So that's easier to go. It's easier to look at someone like Trump saying, okay, I'm not going to be as bad as them, but I'll do lockdowns, but I'll hesitate. I'll be hesitant. I'll give the vax, but I'll be, like for example, it took him a long while before he started wearing masks, etc. But ultimately, he's just going to follow along. Like it's so basically the idea is to keep people in tune for the keep them focused on politics, well, fake politics, while they're ignoring things like this. Like this is world changing if you actually break it down what this means. So now here's what a gyroscope should do. The center of mass is moving back towards the thing. All right. So you just saw this, and now if we go to is this thing loaded there? Okay, Cambridge. Okay, so my giant 22-hour video on this. Cambridge. So Cambridge debunks. Well, they try to debunk that thing I just showed, and look how Cambridge University tries to debunk gyroscopes. All right, so they try to debunk him, Eric Laithwaite. His repetition. They said they've repeated his toy gyroscope on ice. The flash player's not working anymore. They say this. So they say center mass should be somewhere across here because you have the base and you have this weight, and so there's no lateral forces. So the center of mass. Let's scroll up. Must stay above a fixed point. So they're saying this is what it should be. Oh, whoops, my alarm came off. Oh, whoops. What's going on here? Oh, wrong one. Sorry, sound off. I was turning the wrong one off. Yeah. Yeah, but then again, Trump is pretty funny. Yeah, so it's two birds, two wings, same bird. Yes, Trump is probably one of the funniest persons I've ever seen. It's just too good, and then you can just tweet anything, and then you'll have a whole news cycle talking about what he tweeted. Anyways, okay, go back to that Cambridge one. Okay, it's just 2:30 now. I should be wrapping this up. So, anyways, going back to the Cambridge. So here's what it says. They said that Eric Laithwaite's experiment was misleading because there was actually friction on the ice, whatever. And here's what it should be doing. I think that it makes sense. Electricity repulsion. There's a point. Yeah. So that's the thing. Everything is in sync. Electricity, repulsion, there's attraction. So there's a lot of similarities in gyroscopes and atoms and magnets. And I believe my current take is that gyroscope, like in atoms or magnets, are literally just gyroscopes of the ether spinning, and then all the effects are from that spinning. It's kind of like a water bubble in water. So you'll have like something that appears to be a new form or an atom, but it's actually just the absence of that medium, and that's done through rotation, kind of like a vortex. Okay, it means that the Earth is hollow. Oh, possibly. But again, hollow, what do you mean? It could be, is there a liquid inside? Is there something like that? But yeah, that'd be something to explore. But anyways, here's the Cambridge saying this is what it should be doing, and then I just showed you the experiment showing that it doesn't do that. And this Cambridge guy, I believe that guy was in the Veritasium video, or one of them was in it. But anyways, so that was one of them. I'll show one more before I call it quits, because this is what I mean by gyroscopes kind of ruined my life. So here's one that's absolutely mind-boggling. This is the magnets. So this is where I realized magnets and gyroscopes pretty much the same. So that other experiment was with gravity, it was rising, but it's the same effect with magnets. Okay, Arte Desconfiguga. Sorry for the pronunciation. Shout out from Portugal. Your math videos are very good, man. Thanks. The math videos. I tried to make them because I didn't like how university was teaching them, so I wanted to teach them my way with the notes and step by step. All right, it was actually following one of my professors in engineering. I liked his setup, so I started doing it. Okay, so here's an experiment where that's just a metal disc spinning. There's a little it's just a metal spinning top, and there's the magnet there. Magnets is to actually no. Initially, there's nothing there. Initially, there's no magnets. And notice when you rotate it, it's just a regular gyroscope. If you rotate the base, it just wants to stay the same position. But the key thing is, it doesn't want to stay the same position. It wants to stay opposite of the gravity force. And to show that, I'll add a magnet. I'll speed up. All right, speed up. So there is there's the so here there's magnetic attraction. Yeah. Okay, so now it's gonna process and it's gonna go opposite. And if you rotate it, it still wants to go opposite. So it's exactly like that experiment I showed with the gyroscope rising, but now it's rising against against magnets, magnetism. Like it says, person, I needed your tutoring. Sweet, sweet. All right. So now notice rotating. It wants to always go opposite of that. Yeah, and it's even on a thin, tiny base there, it wants it to go opposite. Absolutely fascinating stuff there. Yeah, and then, but again, remember, it's attracted. So now once it slows down, it gets stuck to it. And if you have an asymmetric setup, well, you have another magnet. It wants to go opposite of the other magnet. I'm just gonna fast forward as I hurry up before I head out. So notice here, I added a magnet there. So the force should be stronger here, yet it goes opposite. So here, I'm gonna put a magnet. It should attract to it. It's moving away from it. It's literally moving away from it. Why is it doing that? Even if you go in, if you rotate it, it goes away opposite. So it's moving away from the attractive magnet. The magnet is an attraction. It's moving opposite. All right. And then if you put another one, it levels out again. Yeah. So move it center, it levels out again. So it always goes opposite of it. And those numbers, those are attraction. Last experiment before I close it. Here's this one. This one is magnet, but I'm also going to be pushing the gyroscope until gravity is the dominant force in here. So it's kind of like a vector product of the setup here. Point source object, right? All right. Possibly. I'll have to analyze what that means. But anyways, yeah, something like that. Yeah, point source. Yeah, I think that's what you meant, but the ether object, something like that. But here's the setup. All right. So here's sideways. Right now it's attracted, it's close to the magnet, so it's going to be parallel with the magnet. But now if you move it so that the gravity is dominant, it's going to move it forward. So I'm pushing this all the way. Now it's going upwards. So instead of falling down, it's going up. It's tilting up slightly. Yeah. So why is it doing that? Oh, fast forward. Yes, it's going up. And if I move it back in, it goes parallel. Parallel, and then it goes up. I'm doing it faster so you see it better. Yeah. Alright, so this guy's magnetism is electric. Gyros have an effect on dipole magnet of atoms, etc. Yeah, possibly. Alright. Okay, that is all for today, guys. I'm gonna have to piece it, otherwise I won't get anything done. Okay, alright. Anyways, and yeah, so there's South African crisis. Here's the hours of the... They call it load shedding, but it's actually rolling blackouts. It goes up and down, up and down. You have power, you don't. You have power, you don't. But anyways, closing everything down. Hopefully you enjoyed. And there's the Veritasium with the PSYOP. Also the PSYOP here. He explains it with... so what he does is he adds a weight here for some reason.
Similarly, if you...
And then he just says the weight's not changing. So in other words, he's ignoring the what I just said, which is as it rises, the weight's lost. You can even go airborne.
Slow the precession of a...
Okay, one of my high school friends' dads made his own magnetic levitation device and got it confiscated by the government. Apparently, he had a lot of cool stories. Okay, that's sweet. Gotta send me those. All right, I'm gonna go run. All right, guys, have a good one. Closing everything. And where's the stream button? All right, we are live in the streaming. How do I? Now the question is, how do I end it? Live streaming. Okay, there's the Trump Moonchild. So that's another thing. I have a laughing problem. All right, let's go. Live is just end the live. How do I end it? All right, guys. There's a delete button. How do I just end the live? Stop the live button. I'm gonna stop studio mode. No, I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna stop streaming and broadcast. Okay, bye. Let's see if it works.